My beautiful stars, reading time. I was tossing up if I start with tarot or our beautiful into oracles, which could be going through quite a bit of change energetically, this collective. Maybe you're shining a little bit different. Maybe you feel a little bit different. So let's see what your main focus is anyway. I'll get a few of these and then I'll get a few of them. And we'll see where this beautiful reading takes us. Okay, so we've got Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, oh, okay. Page of Wands in reverse. One more. Oh. Everything I say is for a reason, and I do think you're going through an energetical shift, but maybe as you're clicking onto this, you might not feel that way. We've got Knight of Cups in reverse here as well. So this card is really about, unfortunately, a heartbreak kind of energy, maybe feeling a little bit manipulated, especially with this Ace of Swords in reverse. There's something here you're really reevaluating. Page of Wands in reverse. You're trying to find a new path. You're trying to redirect the energy that you're feeling, and maybe that's where this shift is coming. But there is certain misunderstandings, miscommunication that maybe you do feel a little bit blindsided or manipulated. You definitely feel some form of disappointment when it comes to your heart space, but I kind of... One, this energy could have, again, blindsided, a little bit hasty. But I do think this collective, you really are trying to focus. You don't want to put self-limiting or negative self-talk on yourself right now. I think this is what you're being quite aware of. For you wanting to redirect the energy, yes, you could be wanting to redirect the energy with this person. Yes, it could be overwhelming for you, but I think you want to redirect your energy. You've got two cards here about redirecting as well. So let's get one more. Yeah, that's what I feel. Six of Swords. You know you need to move on from this storm. Again, this is your perspective, your focus. I think you're sick of feeling emotionally overwhelmed. I think you're sick of kind of that... I know this is upright, but in reverse, this really is a card about slow moving, slow healing, kind of things just progressively getting bad to worse. And I think this is what you're wanting to move on from. I think the right collective, you've had a focus on this for maybe quite a while, for you to be really now starting. It's really hard to get out of heartbreak, and I don't think... Like, people always, they put, oh, plenty of fish in this. Everyone deals with heartbreak differently. And I think everyone that goes through a heartbreak that has come in quite unexpectedly, or just you feel quite blindsided with, it takes some time. It takes some time to get out of the obsessive thought pattern, trying to dissect everything. I always say, as humans, we want a solution to our problems. So we seek outside of ourselves, unfortunately, to find those solutions. So this collective, I just think now that you've hit this Six of Swords, you're wanting tranquility. You don't want to be sitting in this conflicted place in your soul over unanswered questions. And I don't know why I'm hearing this. I'm going to say it. I keep looking at this Knight of Cups in reverse, even though this card really specifies heartbreak through love. Why am I hearing, I don't know if this collective you went to, I'm seeing like a lost job opportunity. So I don't know if you are looking for a job, or you had a lot of faith that there was something that was going to come in that's just come to me very randomly. So it's an important detail. I feel there's actually some form of other revoked offer in your life right now, which you may be feeling a little bit down or a little bit hard on yourself. This finding a new path, I don't just think it's matters of the heart. For some reason, I think this is really tied into There's something here you were either waiting for, or you had an expectation that would kind of go your way, and unfortunately it didn't. Maybe just right at that kind of finish line. Let it be you were going for a job that, you know, multiple people I don't want to say applied for. Why am I seeing it was like quite a selective kind of situation? I'm hearing that very clearly. Or even planning a trip or something, and it just fell short just at that very like last minute. Especially with this Six of Swords, this can be to do with travel as well. One more. Oh God, but definitely heartbreak. And now we've got Three of Swords. So you're definitely sitting in. But again, that's a card of grief, sorrow. I think there's a few things in this collective's life. Maybe you feel like the luck just isn't on your side right now. But another misunderstandings, miscommunication. This card specifies depression, sorrow, tears, loss. I feel you've really gone through that phase though for the right. Oh, could be creeping up again, especially with solar season. I mean, eclipse season. Why do I keep saying solar season? Because I think solar's next. Okay. Oh my. Maybe you are quite overwhelmed, this collective. You've got Four of Cups here. Whatever you've had to redirect, whatever you're having to find a new path with, or you feel like you need to, this has created Four of Cups. So you've got two cards here of maybe you really felt like you were going through a depressive state. You definitely are sitting on some missed opportunities right now. I always say rejection is protection. Believe it or not. Maybe you are feeling unmotivated as well, like a lack of inspiration, kind of stuck on that hamster wheel, just wanting more out of life, especially with this Page of Wands in reverse. And there's a reluctancy, a wariness around you, especially with this Ace of Swords and Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. You're a truth seeker. So one, I think I'm hearing a couple things. You got Queen of Swords under this Ace of Swords in reverse. You could be a real stickler for honesty. You're someone that without truths or again resolutions, it can really get you trapped in the mind. I do think you're really trying to work on certain boundaries when it comes to, if you're reflecting on your clouded judgment, you could be feeling a little bit gullible with something here. I think you're being very hard on yourself. I always say she's kind of sitting on her. She's like, you can enter, but only with the truth. Like she can be quite cold-hearted and detached. But also there could be an air sign connected to you that you are feeling, unfortunately, created this clouded judgment, and a bit of misinformation came to your table because of an air sign. So maybe you're feeling a little bit manipulated here. There could definitely be some form of air sign interference in your energy that you're really focusing on as well. This Ace of Swords in reverse can also be a card of a little bit of hostility. So I do think you have a grievance more with a feminine energy. And a feminine doesn't need to be a female. It's what we should all find balance in our feminine and masculine. But whoever this person is, they really present more in a feminine kind of energy, more sensitized to emotion, leads with emotion, not with logic, even though we have one of the most logical, realistic queens here. Wow. So specific detail. This heartbreak, this is 3 to 4 weeks. So it's 3 to 4 weeks ago, you started to really reevaluate everything here. You're trying to find a new perspective, but this is probably where this obsessive thought pattern is coming. you're trying to have patience here, but this could be adding to the lack of motivation. That's your middle row, so it's an overwhelming emotion for this collective. But again, remember I said revoked offers. This something could have been kind of taken back here, more job or travel or whatever it is, about 3 to 4 weeks ago. But I am also hearing cosmic trigger the next month ahead. Actually, there is something here that's you're going to reevaluate. So there's something coming within the next month that they're saying just have a bit of patience here. I just want to get one to confirm this, please. Victory. Rejection is protection. Whatever has been revoked, job, travel, love, whatever it is, cancelled event, within the next 3 to 4 weeks, I'm going to say month, you've got a victory here. So win, victory, a key experience. So it was a puzzle piece that needed to be put in. This happened through a cosmic trigger. So it was either divine intervention or wasn't aligning to something to do clearly with your path in life, believe it or not. But you've got certain goals that are going to be achieved. Recognition, fame, deserve an award, achievement, number 31. That could be important. Let's get one more. So this is why it happened. There was whip energy around this. So even though let's take this to heartbreak. I do think one, again, something to do with work, but also heartbreak. Whatever this heartbreak disappointment was, you and this person don't make it fit. Number 11 and J could be important. There were a lot of arguments. There was a lot of fighting. It could have been borderline abusive here. It became very tense, very painful. There's something here about doing it again and again. So this could have been quite a repetitive kind of whip energy with this person, but something just snapped. Anger, repetitive. So clubs as well, they could be like the club. It's just reminding me of a connection that started. Unfortunately, it was just progressively getting more and more frictional. Hold on, let's confirm the energy around this love connection. If this only happened 3 to 4, you can't heal that kind of stuff within 3 to 4 weeks. I just want to get, whoa. So you got not enough twin flame. This is the energy around you guys. So this isn't how you think or this person. This is around you guys. And isn't it funny that cosmic intervention, timing, cosmic trigger, you guys lacked confidence. You had, unfortunately, ego, broken mirror. You're a broken mirror. Frustrated in this relationship. You both have a lack of confidence. You both went through self-sabotage. You both have fear and ego issues and jealousy. So maybe a lot of this stuff started to arise because of jealousy. But you've got twin flame here and heart with a key, unconditional love. You need to be patient. The cosmos have got a hold of this right now. Palm tree. So let's be real, anyone on this journey, it takes some endurance, but through your endurance, you're creating stability. You're growing, but there needs to be flexibility here with your outlook. Maybe you had some form of interaction 3 to 4 weeks ago that made you there's something here that's knocked your confidence, right? So let it be this person reached out, let it be you bumped into them. There's something here that I feel this collective, if you've had to endure, this didn't just happen 3 to 4 weeks ago. There's something that's clearly activated this. And again, we're in eclipse season. Doesn't surprise. Nearly every collective I've tapped into since this, start of this month, it's deep reflection on emotion that needs to shift. Some's been positive, some's been very, I don't want to say negative, but a lot of just tough energy. You've got 2 cards here, this collective depression, which is really sad. I hope you're not going through depression. And make sure, you're going to seek some form of professional advice if you are. It's not healthy to sit in that. But something's happened here that unfortunately I think it made this come over you, and you can see it with your cards instead of seeing maybe the lesson in it. And I will say this, if this is how your relationship was unfortunately starting to be, that's not healthy. And anyone in their worth, not trauma bound, they walk away from this stuff. So you might be one of my collectives, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many ups and downs, no matter how many fights, no matter how many arguments. It's like you just stay put. And that would mean, unfortunately, it's coming from a place of abandonment, codependent. You feel like you're better with companionship in your life, even when companionship completely puts you in a storm. And it progressively gets bad to worse. That's not good. So whatever's happening here is to remove this from you and make you see yourself and your confidence, your self-worth, your self-love, your self-respect, your self-value. And that's what this journey entails. It's to rip through all of this stuff. It's to reconnect that version that was lost through a life full of trauma and grievances. And that's hard. Divines, your trauma literally starts, I always say trauma starts to build from 3 or 4. But true divines, your trauma-filled souls, you normally come from the hardest upbringing. So tapping into that version that you before it was lost is you going back to baby brain, your inner child, having to reparent and truly relearn life and restructure your belief system, your programming. It's not a quick moving journey. But that's the beauty of this, the soul discovery. Okay, let's just confirm. Oh, see? And you don't have faith. You've got Cupid's arrow, but this is where you don't feel enough. You lack confidence. So if you're a true divine, your belief matters. This, not good. But because you can't see it, have faith, love is coming, but it's going to be a surprise when you least expect it. There's hesitation here right now, and you can see why. You'd be highly reactive. Twin flame. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm not going to say it's the turmoils, the triggers, this whip. But you've got a dragonfly over this, and there is that's that Queen of Swords. So there has been interference in the background, which you're about to find out about. The snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman, the other man. But I do say as well, true divines, there's always karmic interference before you even align. They're long there before you get there. It could be family members, it could be friendships, it could be love situations that, again, have been bound to this person, or even your soul, a lot of unfinished business. There's always those puzzle pieces there because they're meant to come through to kind of create the separation, the veils. It's meant to happen. But whatever the case is, you do have a dragonfly over this, but they want you to have a healed approach. And I literally just said right now you'd be highly reactive. So there has been some things here. All right, so heart with a key, but not today. So this isn't about a movement reading. I'm just going to be... Oh, hold on. Because I just... Heart with a key. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation. Or it could be hidden emotion. Hold on. Especially if this person is presented like they've held a grudge. Hand of cards. So they're holding their cards close to their chest. So this is how they've been treating you. But little do you know. And you probably do know when you're in belief. But it's just your overthinking when you get triggered into your worthiness. They haven't been showing you that they care, that you own the key to their heart. And I guarantee you, this collective, you haven't been showing them. You just have a hurricane of emotion. Maybe at the start you whatever the case, I feel you're both in silence here. I think you're both presenting to each other this way. And it's funny because now I'm noticing cards could be... important here, because I actually noticed that club and now I'm noticing that Ace of Spades. Could have it tattooed on you, or this person, or they play cards, or you've got a memory of cards, like playing cards together. They could do it professionally. Okay, so this was to teach you healthier choice. This endurance was to make you find your self-love, your self-care, to learn to be happy in independence. Okay, I just want one more. You just mirror. You're mirroring. Clear out your threads. You got the mirror and the twin flames here. All right, we're going to do a divine masculine, divine feminine check-in, but I just want to finish this quickly. All right, Six of Swords. Oh, your belief system, your programming. You're connecting to your... He's our spiritual master. He's the top of the pack. But your faith, your values, everything. It's part of the process, okay? But again, he is very right and wrong. He does move with integrity, but you are wanting commitment. You are wanting to really create that firm foundation in your life. I get it. This is a beautiful row. It's just what's surrounding it. It's a little bit... that's you in belief. But right now, I think you're being triggered into disbelief because it's an energy you need to clear through this eclipse season. Your disbelief comes from lack of confidence. You think these three... I overcommitted. I made poor choices. So you would be questioning your journey. You'd be questioning your journey right now. You're overwhelmed. Maybe you do feel a little bit disorganized in life right now, though, just as a side note. It's like when you focus on this heartache, maybe you feel it just really can swallow you whole in other areas of your life. You kind of drop the ball, but you're in reflection in it, over it, so that's good. Again, this is the right collective's energy. I'm just I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it. All right. Oh, look at that. 9 of Coins. Achievement on its way. Believe. All right, let's just get I want a universal message for you. All right. A beautiful feminine energy right now. Did you hear that train horn? Okay. What's going on right now? Oh my gosh, you've got the miracle card, the vicious, and again. Oh my gosh, stop stressing. You just got the victory, the win again, which is around you with that cosmic trigger in the next 3 to 4 weeks with wishes coming true miracle card. Peace, miracle, wishes come true, your dreams, falling in love again, hope restored, feeling inspired, blessed, midnight magic. 16th of June could be important. 30 days in September, and 31 just by itself. I'm going to get my animal cards in a second. Oh. The mystery card, go grab a book. You know what I say. Turn to page 1026. And if this whole reading is aligning to you, I'm intuitively feeling whatever line you read, I always say it's a message from your angels. It's going to be something that increases your confidence because that's your biggest block. So if the reading's for you, it should align with a message of to really accelerate internal confidence. Okay, but whatever's been a mystery, whatever's been hidden, whatever's been secret, whatever's the unknown, this is activating around you for a reason. They want you to change your outlook. So the miscommunication, the clouded judgment, the manipulation, I need to redirect this, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Cups. It's a mystery for a reason. Anyone that watches me regularly, whatever overwhelm comes over you time and time again, it doesn't serve you. They're activating this in your energy. See it differently. I always say, anyone on the divine journey, you really do need to understand what's going on astrologically, because it impacts your energy so much. This time of the year till the end of the year, I always say it's the hardest. We have so many retrogrades. We've got the Neptune, we've got the Saturn. There's so many retrogrades about karmic clearing to bring you guys into balance, to unify your internal energy, your divine feminine, your divine masculine. Every time this year, it's the same when I tap into the collectives. Right now, these things that they're illuminating, they want you to balance through. They want you to surrender. They're seeing, this is, I haven't said it for a while, the cake. Okay, so when you start this journey, you start baking your cake, right? You're baking your cake, you're going through your ascensions, you're going through your rebirths. Then you come off for cooling period. So you come out of the oven, they put you on rest. Now, rest period, sometimes it's not really rest period, because this is when the lessons come in, the emotion, the triggers. And I always say, to evolve, we need to feel it. So they're not going to trigger you through happiness, because that keeps us stuck, right? So this is when they give us all of those things they've been wanting you to ascend from through your baking period. We have a lot of baking periods, mind you. I always say 7 ascensions crowned, next 7 ascensions crowned, right? So everything they've been wanting you to ascend and rebirth through, when you come out for rest period, they're going to, I hate saying test, but this is exactly what happens. They activate those emotions. Have you rebirthed? Have you rebirthed from this? Or are we going to have to go through it again? I always say, it's not that your timeline disappears, you just prolong your timeline, right? So right now, you're clearly in rest period. You're in review period. So they're activating this to see, can we tick it off? Or do we need to go back in for another bake? And I always say, once you pass your review period, what are you getting ready for once you cool off? Your toppings, your external gain, your icing. But once you guys, and that external gain icing, let's take it to the 85% of the population, the 2-year karmic cycles we talk about. When you're stuck in that 85%, every 2 years you guys go through your, I always say, you get an increase, and everyone's got their own repeated cycles, right? So you get an increase. You either get the job promotion or an influx of money, or if you're in a relationship, you feel like your relationship's getting better, or you meet someone new. Let it be, you know, you finally move. It feels like luck's on your side. Everyone's got their own repeated things, right? But people that have not activated and become self-aware, understand gratitude, understand appreciation, these people, which you guys were in before you guys got activated, you don't appreciate it. So about halfway through your 2-year cycle, those things that you thought luck was on your side, they start to diminish away. Then by the end of the 2-year cycle, this is when we really feel like we're going into destruction with all the things we didn't learn, our repeated karmic lessons through our actions, our decisions, just the way we treat people in life, all the things that have kept us bound, our shadow, right? Now, every time you guys don't learn from that 2-year karmic cycle, your cycles get harder and harder and harder, because they're wanting you guys to break. Remember, I always say, people that activate, it's a life full of trauma. It's a life full of loss. It's a life full, your brain finally fuses out. And this is why I say life doesn't get easier. We get better. For people that have activated. For people that have not activated, life gets harder and harder and harder and harder until you become self-aware, so you break the cycle. You break the 2-year karmic cycle. You stop moving through life with your shadow. You become self-aware. You start to realize how this stuff repeats the stuff in your life time and time again. That's what soul activation is, right? Self-awareness, self-discovery. But when you guys finally break free from that 85%, those 2-year cycles that are really conformed to people, yours kind of meld up a bit. Yours can go, you can feel, because as you're healing, they're trying to protect you, right? So it's not like you guys go through the most physical, it's a lot of emotional destruction, because you're in such a vulnerable state. You're relearning life, right? So there's a reason this is coming out for this collective. I don't feel this, like, remember the stagnation you're kind of feeling. You're just like, I just feel life just for however long has kind of felt meh, because if anything, they've been protecting you. So maybe you haven't had blessings. Maybe you haven't had this unexpected, maybe you haven't had these things because they've been preparing you, because they don't want it to come in and out how they have every other bloody 2 years. They want it to be permanent. So believe it or not, them holding this off for you, keeping it a mystery, is actually a a benefit for you, right? In the long term, where there is bad karma in life and things go into destruction, there's also good karma. But I always preach to you guys, it's not about the external attachment once you awaken to life. Before you guys awaken, it's all about the money, it's about the love, it's about the marriage, it's about properties, it's about this, that's not life. That takes you out of sovereignty. So they wait till you really release the need of external. They wait till you find your center. It's all being prepared for you. It's all being prepared for you, but they don't want you to be attached to it. They don't want you to be attached to what 85% of the population's attached to. Remember, you're changing your belief system. You're the 5%. You're meant to break them free from the 10%, what we've been conformed to believe from the hierarchy, the governments, the schooling system. It's there, right? And if this is coming around you right now, they're activating this mystery, this energy you're going through to finally tick it off. Past this review period, your toppings are waiting. Your toppings have been waiting cycle after cycle. If this keeps coming up every time you're triggered, I feel like a broken record over these past couple weeks. You're not seeing it right. You need more belief. Break free from the shackles of your mind you're trying to heal. Because that's this collective's main approach, right? Believe in it. Where there is bad karma, there is good. Just because you haven't seen it. Imagine the big fat present that's going to turn up on your doorstep. Life-changing. It's going to feel like a miracle. So believe. 26th of the 10th could be important as well. You could have just got a new book or some new tarot. But I'm actually seeing a delivery. When I said big present turn up, you could have just ordered yourself some stuff. Sorry. Air sign. Wouldn't surprise me. Air signs. Oh my God. And you did get Queen of Swords. But it's developing. It is developing. It has been developing this whole time. You know what I'm going to say? I wonder if anyone actually knows what I'm going to say. If you do, timestamp it, write it down. I want to see if anyone gets it right. But I was going to say, it's that unicorn energy. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. It's hard when we don't see something tangible. I get it, but that's what this journey's meant to teach you. You don't need to see the tangible. You just need to believe and surrender. The winds of change approach. Oh, and you've got the... It's not about this, though. It's not about the message and the arrival, and it's about you, full speed ahead. And this literally says delivery. As we said, you could have just ordered something. But messenger, movement, message, travel, good news, visitor, delivery, goals. You are really about to start ticking off some goals here. Green light, progression, full speed ahead. 1st of September, 9th of January could be important too. I'm literally seeing, like, I know that horse is galloping along a beach, but I'm actually seeing it in my mind. You could ride horses, or you could have just seen a video or something of some horses galloping through some sand or a beach. Horses are majestical. Oh God. So we know that's where we know. So remember the energy around you that you do not see. Through your twin flame journey, you're about to get some things revealed through the dragonfly to do with third person attachment, right? So you are going to get win and victory here, confirmation. But also, this is a card about competition and other people. Be the real you. When it comes to your path, finances are tying into this collective. Be the real you is what I'm hearing. But whatever's been weighing you down that you do not see, you're about to get victory here. Okay. But there are other influences around you right now. And I'm actually seeing this as positive too. This win victory could come from a stranger. So maybe someone's had their eye on you, especially if you're on social media. If you're a true divine, you guys, I find a lot of you guys get online because you have your mission work. You're teaching the world new things. So you guys tend to gravitate to being online. Or even if you have, you know, like you run a business, maybe you do your marketing on, there's something here I feel for the right, because it's come to my mind specifically. I feel there could be a stranger that's not even on your energy radar that's had their eye on you. Okay, that's also there's something about, like, this is such a positive thing. I feel this person's gonna offer you recognition as well. Number 18. Write that down, number 18, because it could approach on the 18th, or let's just say this person's birthday is that could be important. And then 31, that's paired with. Oh my. So this star energy, you've been cocooning. You're coming out of your chrysalis. And I always say this, when we're coming out, right? Our wings aren't fully developed. They're still a little bit crimpled. You know, when I talk about that meme, you ask the universe for whatever it is and they're like, yep, here you go. And they push you off the cliff and they make you fly, right? I always say, be careful what you wish for. The universe grants you your miracles, your wishes coming through, but through the hardest lessons, right? And this is why people should appreciate those painful emotions more, because it's creating greatness. But anyway, I just feel these wishes, as we were talking about the cake period, the baking, you were just learning to truly spread your wings, make them uncrimpled so you could fly to our heavens. But you need to believe. Metamorphosis, it's time. About to embrace change. You're going through an evolution of the soul, rising up from the ashes, new inspiration. You've reinvented yourself in a beautiful way, but believe in it. Stop falling back to that. Like, this is so... My angels. Was that the star that we split that on? Someone confirm. Trust in the universal flow of life. This mystery. Oh, marriage. But your belief systems, your programming. So the reason it's still a mystery, this is literally reprogramming. So the cake period. You could be questioning religion, spirituality. I find true spiritualists, you're like sponges. It's like you don't really conform to one thing. You like to learn about a lot of things. But marriage, collective consciousness, belief system, programming, tradition, structure, this has all been hidden because you're still growing in the mind. You're reparenting yourself, like we said before. But you need to believe. All right, what's developing? You're coming to everything we say. So we're talking about the cycles, right? Even though your cycles have all kind of just been blurred into one, because you're coming into an end of a cycle without you even knowing, okay? I'm wanting you to get back into your connection. Keep an open mind. Remember how wise you are. You need to see both sides of things right now. Your empathy. One more. Oh, you are on social media, everything we say, and you've just got two about fame, fame, recognition, deserving an award, achievements, success, win, victory, and you got this, you're about to be put under the spotlight. Networking, marketing, we said that too, social media, publicity, internet fame, expansion, spotlight, connected, exposure. There's something big in the background. There's a stranger watching you and you don't even know it. That's big. One more. I want one more for that. You could actually like Milky Ways. You know, the chocolate Milky... Oh, gosh, I haven't had them in years. They used to be my fave. Oh my God, it's the sun. That's the yes card in this. It says yes, exclamation point. As a kid, I used to put them in the fridge. Why did I just say that to you guys? Maybe you do the same, or maybe you loved them as a kid. Yes, exclamation point, energy rush, power, climax, fulfillment, radiating, success, divine masculine energy, happiness, warmth, victory. Look at all the victory cards. This is big. And Phoenix at the bottom. So you got the Metamorphosis and the Phoenix. This is good. All right, let's confirm this message. Oh, that's stuck again between... That happened the other day. It's literally stuck between my rose quartz and my... So you need to handle this carefully, gently. And remember what I said for you guys. If this was to come right now, you would mess it up because you're so highly triggered. So they're literally saying, one, you need to be gentle and careful with yourself with this full speed ahead. But two, whatever message, whatever movement, you have to handle gently. Empathy. Trust them. You wouldn't do it right now. You might think you would. You'd be wearing a mask because you're pissed off. You can see it. Yeah, handle carefully. Gentle. It's a fragile situation. It's not your ego's timing. It's divine's timing. All right, one more. I believe that you do have people watching you right now. I've had a few collectives again. This one more. Okay, there is something unexpected, but you need to be lighthearted. You need to adapt through the situation, and you need to have a healed approach with whatever's coming. But something's coming in sudden, unexpected. Like I said that before, it'll come in when you least expect it. It'll be a shock. One more. And this could be the person that's been spying on you. I think you would have a couple then, especially with this. And it could be a feminine energy. And you know what? This reckoning and ripping off, there's something you need to handle carefully too. Not be... there's a feminine energy we know about. This is the from tears of sorrow to tears of joy, overflowing, abundance, release, fulfillment. There's I think there's good and bad. I had a collective yesterday with a lot of eyes on you as well. Not one more. Oh. Someone's also watching in that has a lot of baggage and burdens, feeling cursed by you, guilt, shame, regret. Who's this person? They wear a mask. You don't know. That reminds me of your divine, but temperance, it's balancing. So they disguise themselves because they're their ego. 14 and 21, 34, 29. They have a magnetic desire. This is why it needs to be handled carefully, especially if they're feeling cursed by you. I find this a lot with divines. Those masculines think you do magic and hoodoo, voodoo, and because they do, they feel cursed. Where you guys get the emotional towers, masculines get the physical towers. A lot of removals, again, to build up that. I said it before, and the reason you guys activate your brain fuses out to how much trauma you guys have had in life. If it activates to that feminine energy first, you guys normally have a lot more bound trauma to you than the masculine. So those physical towers, just how your whole life before activation, physical tower, physical removal, let it be from, you know, childhood losing parents, always having to move, a broken home, string of broken relationships, faced a lot of death and loss in your life, loss of children. Like, you guys just go through so much. So that's why they get so many physicals, to build that up in them. Okay, just quickly, I don't want it to be about these people looking in, but I just want to get 3. I'm being called to get 3 of these quickly. I want to get you an animal card, just 3. It's a masculine energy. All right, just sage out your heart. Okay, masculine energy. They have a blocked heart space. Blocked heart chakra. Sage out right now. This could be affecting you with lightheadedness, headaches, and migraines. They came out yesterday. One more. Oh, a co-worker as well, and someone that's two-faced. You have, wouldn't surprise me, because underneath win victory, you have other influence, this and that, but you also have someone positive. But just be careful with someone you work with or a past co-worker. One more. This person is hating on you, narcissistic behavior. So I don't like to use that word. Beware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back in your life right now. Just be aware. This could be a past co-worker as well. Trust in the universe. Okay. And I find as well, if they're saying beware of past people returning, like I said when I was reading this part, I don't think this is a movement reading, but if you've got people popping up that were around when your person, your divine person was around, it's for a reason. There's a cycle repeating there. So they're popping up on your socials, or you're meeting them in the street, or like just randomly you're seeing people from that time period. It's for a reason. Okay, so anyway, let's just get you guys. I will confirm with them, but I don't, intuitively, I'm not thinking there's movement, especially with this collective's energy right now. But anyway. This wolf card is actually very beautiful. It shows how protective you are, how you'll do anything for the people that you let in. A very loyal kind of energy. But me, I've really allocated that as the lone wolf card. So maybe right now you're really isolating. You really feel just disconnected from the people around you. And I do see that as, I've also allocated the wolf. It only mates with one mate their whole life, and you help too many. So even though you're isolated, I do think you're on your path. This octopus helps everyone, always helping everybody else, forgets about themselves. So you just need a little bit of tender love and care right now for you, especially with that healthier choices. This was part of your stability to help you really tap into your self-love, your self-care. Oh, you're coming out of winter. Oh my God. So you are coming into a new cycle, coming out of hibernation. You are detached from people, let it be family. Like, I think you're an isolator. But when it comes to your community or just people that you clearly guard your heart, you would have a blocked heart chakra too. You help everybody. You give your tentacle to everyone else. You need to, if they're about to put you on that slingshot, you need people around you. And I always say it doesn't need to be a huge group of people, but you need people you can lean on as well. Oh, you're shining in your truth. It's the egg of truth. You would be that you'd be everyone's therapist. It's like everyone you meet, even strangers would tell you, it's like they would tell you their whole life story and then stop and say, oh, I can't believe I just told you that. There's a reason that came to my mind. Everyone would come to you for their issues. Maybe that's why you close yourself off a little bit as well. Hold on, I want one more for this octopus card. Yeah, it's the way you speak. This vulture, it heals disease, says the things that others do not want to say. Whatever you do, whatever community is around you, you really do help heal souls. And you do it with truth, which is beautiful. But sometimes this vulture can be quite polarizing. So it makes sense why you'd have some people watching. You would be a bit of a polarizing personality. I find most spiritual people are, but it doesn't sway you. But remember I said, just remember to show the world the real you. Which I do think you do, but maybe sometimes you can be a little bit disheartened about other people's opinions or how they view you. Oh, you're spiritual, and you're a spiritual protector, so you're a very gifted soul. I actually love this dolphin. I'm actually going to read that one to you. This is such a bit, it's really about how connected you are, but also you have a happiness. So I don't think you're down very often. Oh my God, we split it on it. Innately intelligent, a healer. You're full of light and blessings around you. Well, we know that. The gift of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. You're very gifted. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. Vulture, maybe you're too hard on yourself. Maybe that's why you give. You just don't realize you already do enough. This self-confidence, sorry, that makes sense. So it's not just lack of confidence with this connection. It's literally yourself. You would be that person, you achieve something. Okay, what's next? I always say healing is not just to heal trauma, it's to appreciate happiness, to have gratitude in those moments, not wish it away. Is it too good to be true? How long's this going to last? Or not even have a moment to sit in it and appreciate it, just always wanting more. I feel this collective, you don't just lack confidence. You could maybe present the most confident person in the world, but internally, it's like you don't believe you're good enough. And that's sad. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate there's a reason I'm reading that again, impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma. And we went to talk about the baking and the karmic. Everything we say is for a reason. That coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day. People come to you and beep, 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 beep. You would light up a room. And thus your life. So you change people's lives. That's why you have I think this octopus energy is part of your gift, though. Let's be real. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on its way. Well, you got a miracle on its way. Be patient. When you're in balance, you're an active healer, strong spiritual practices. But when you're out of balance, you underestimate your own power. You're out of balance right now. Out of all the cards, they're all beautiful, but this I was really getting called to read. It just makes more sense. You might have such a powerful truth, but it's like you're my collective. You give great advice. Do you listen to your advice? Your truths, your beliefs are true, but you fail to believe them yourself. You change other people's lives with them. Listen to yourself. Believe in what you teach. Believe in what you spread to others. Oh, one more. Oh, and you're grounded, you're humble, you're earthly. And remember, with whatever's coming next, to stay grounded, humble, and earthly. I always say it's a fine line with Spiritual, there's a lot of, no one knows all the answers, just remember that. But I think you are this, but just remember what sometimes, and nothing's perfect in life. Little perfectionist, nothing can be, you would be making sure every detail, every this, every that, let things flow. Okay, I'm going to get you what angels around you, then we're going to get into this person. Yeah, Yelel, I can't even. Aquarius number 30, Yeliel, angel of mental force and calmness, battles depression, and your first part. You got two of the, sorry, I thought they were on. That made me sad. Serenity, tech support, maybe you've got some technical issues. Reveals lies, which is coming. So this is why this angel's around you. Stops overthinking, so let her work her magic and gives you clarity. I fix gaps between the mind and emotion, and I help navigate complex situations and people who play mind games. So this is why it's being revealed. This angel, divine intervention, 3 to 4, watch the whole thing. Makes sense. Pray to her right now. So Pearl. I love pearls, and we got the little pearls in the charm bowl. January could be an important, and you got the Queen of Swords. Aquarius could be very important here, but you need to be assertive with what comes next. But gentle as well, handle gently. One more. Sachiel, Sachel, Sachel, I can't. Sachiel, number 5. 30th of the 5th, 30th of May. Bringer of prosperity and abundance. Your win, your victory, your miracle, your all of it. Oh my, huge. This confirms your universe cards. 2 biggest things. I help you into your higher, prestige, feeling good, opulence, splendor, hope, wealth, generosity, luck. I help you tune into your higher octaves of abundance to magnify all the good things in your life. Gold, Thursday, something you've manifested, right? Let's take this person out of it. This makes, you've got a reveal coming first. You have a truth coming first. So maybe it's someone that comes in connected to them that then activates them to come through. It's like this person beats them to the punch. Whatever's coming next with your person, and I am about to confirm, this reading is not about them. This reading is about you. You have something to get through first. You have a test. Are you going to treat this with dragonfly energy? They're going to see. They're going to see. There's something you have to handle, snowflake energy. That's what's coming next for you. Worry about that, and worry about the influx of abundance that's about to actually don't focus on it. Let it happen. Stay in your sovereignty. All right, I'm gonna get into this now. Let me cleanse. All right, so we're going to do masculine energy. Now, true divines, you should find yourself a little bit in both. And let's say some of their, certain blocks, like for feminines, you've had some blocks as well. If there's things that are reflecting from their end, just strengthen on your end by doing the things you can do with your mental discipline. Or remember, you guys lead the way. You activate first for a reason. You kind of hold that torch. All right. So anyway, let's get into them right now. Masculine energy. What are they facing? Okay. So we've got 3 of Wands, 8 of Coins in reverse. 8 of Wands in reverse, but Page of Coins. Good. This is, I do think they're feeling quite stuck. They feel, and isn't it funny, we were talking about the blocks, so they are feeling some form of energy blocks, and I think it really does come a lot to their financial path, where you guys are about to have a huge win and victory for a reason. But right now they're feeling quite bored and complacent in life. They're feeling things are very repetitive, just like this collective. Do they see this I don't think so. I still think this person's ships are on the distant horizon in their mind, but I think they're a lot closer than they know. This card specifies, yes, manifestation, but it says big developments, and you guys are about to go through a big development. So true reflection here, leveling up in work and in love, where I feel a big block for them, especially with this page of coins. And this page of coins in this deck literally says study of magic. So there is some form of beautiful activation taking place in there. Maybe they're expanding their mind, maybe they're wanting more, but I really do think a new path, new goals, more things are about to get grounded. I think it's already starting to trickle in, but just like this collective, reading your animal cards, you are so, it's not that you always want more and more, but you really don't have belief in how much you already do and how much you impact and how much change you're making. It's like that reading that dolphin card, it just made your energy make so much sense, especially with that mouse at the bottom. You really are very detail prone. You're a perfectionist. It's like, you're hard on yourself, and it makes sense with this person. I think there are changes happening, but it's like, it's not enough for them. But there's certain things with their faith. There's certain things with their belief system as well that is changing. But their ambition is improving. Their well-directed energy is improving. So it makes sense with this feeling blocked, feeling on hold, focusing on the delays, lack of momentum, the stall. Why aren't things aligning? It's like they're being really hard on themselves right now, which is definitely impacting this collective. One more. Oh my God, 4 of coins, scarcity mindset. There could really be on top of saving right now. Maybe you have memories of your person actually being, look at all the pentacles here. And I will say, and I always say, divine masculine energy, alpha energy, born to protect, born to provide. So it's actually good that finances is such a focus for them. And you have got such a big release on its way to you without you knowing. It's feeding that thread that you guys have. Like, this is kind of a little bit magical. You've got miracles on its way, things that are destined, things that are attached to your glowing threads. I don't want to say, my belief, people that are off tap manifestors, these, childhood stars, and these people, like, you hear their stories and they just growing up, they just knew everything. I watched this thing on Arnold Schwarzenegger the other day about just his kind of rise through like bodybuilding, and he knew as a kid that he was going to make it. Anyway, just his belief in everything and how dedicated he was. That wasn't him manifesting, that was him knowing. He knew he was going to just, anyway, I'm deviating. Maybe you watch that because I brought it up for a reason. Or you could be into bodybuilding, or this person could be. Just how you guys have things coming through, this person does as well. So you just need to believe, and you just need to keep going. That was a huge part of this collective's energy. But right now they're in a scarcity mindset. They're lacking mindfulness. I feel this person is saving every penny, and there's a reason for it. It's like when it comes to their financial path, sorry, my mind's going in a lot of places because I said there's a reason for it. Hold on, I want one more for that. They could be planning something big here. I'm going to read that both ways. Just as we were speaking about Arnold and always knowing, I really think your person has something that they know they're going to achieve in this world, but it's like they believe, they don't believe, they believe, they don't believe, just like this collective. But I do think they're diving deep. But there is something here, secret, kept in the dark, and you got the mystery. It's like I don't think as a reader I'm meant to know. Normally my High Priestess card is my stop card as well. And for that to come out when There's something here, part of your mystery. You're not meant to know why they're saving the way they're saving, but the right collective, your intuition probably took you somewhere. This is in the dark. But I do think they're connecting to their inner knowing, but they fight it. Like this collective. Okay, let's confirm these. And that could be you as well. Let's be real, you are the high priest. Wow, good. So they're learning to balance, but I think they're all work, no play, especially with this 8 of coins in reverse. This very back and forth in their mind about their belief of what's destined for them too. I don't think they have a healthy work-life balance right now. You can see the focus on their career, their pentacles. This is like their focus, and they're doing it for a reason. They want victory, success, triumph. This is with the 8 of coins in... Okay, can I tell you something right now? Divine masculine energy is in divine masculine energy. They're focusing on their path. There's nothing here. There's no external. It's about them. Why aren't I where I've envisioned? What do I need to do to improve this? How am I going to find this victory and success? They're saving every little bit that they can. They're studying. They're setting new goals. They're literally out of balance in life because all of their focus is on work. That's good. Not as hard as they're being on themselves. This makes me feel happy because they've got the moon in reverse under this 8 of wands in reverse. So they are releasing anxiety and fear. It comes in and out of them. So they do have belief. They are trying to trust in their intuition. But whatever this lack of momentum is in their life, it's starting to become unveiled. And that could even be the lack of direction with you as well. I really feel some of this stuff is connected to... Because they do compare. Hold on, I want one more for that. Especially if you're a Pisces. Queen of Cups. You could be a water sign. But they are up and down with this emotion, extreme highs and the delays. It makes them uncertain, but they are trying to relieve their intuition. How long the delays, the on hold, the stagnation, uncertainty, the delays, the stalling, on hold. They try and believe in divine timing. But it is emotional for them. It's emotional. But they know they can't give up. They need to hold the line. So they're working on their endurance. This is what's changing in their belief system and their faith to things. So at least they're learning perseverance, which means they're learning their conflict avoidance. They're not bowing out of things when things get challenging. They're locking in. That's really good. Another card of faith. They're learning endurance here, which means they're healing, they're running. One more. 10 of Cups. That really, even though they're very self-focused, this card, this deck specifies divine love. So blissful harmony, blissful relation, stability, peace. So they are learning here. This is good. And with the card of studying of magic, I think you are a big driving force for their focus right now. But again, what's your part? Because this collective, you don't believe. One more. Oh my gosh, beautiful. So with this high priestess that was like this, with this hermit. So they are isolated. They are going within, which means that snake energy, that is something else. That's a co-worker or something. Watch from the... They're very soul-focused, unless it's a Queen of Cups in their energy. I can't see that though. I think they're very isolated right now. Actually, let's get those divine truth cards. They're literally, they're growing. They're going within. This is beautiful. Hold on. About to step outside of their comfort zone. I'm releasing fears and stepping outside of my comfort zone to become closer to you. And this is, they're pushing themselves so hard with things they would normally just give up on. We love that. Transformation. Good. I'm making conscious choices to transform into my higher self to be with you. This moon, this page of coins, this 6, they really want victory. Divine feminine energy, fantasizing about your future. That's why they're so very financially savvy right now, maybe to an extreme. I fantasize our future together, our home. And can I tell you something? That's the first thing I heard. I wonder if anyone's intuition, like saving up for a home or property investment. Fantasize our future together, home, kids, vacations. I want it all. This is why they're in deep planning mode. Because they're future focused. They want the 10 of Cups, the White House, the White Picket. They want all their ducks in a row. That makes sense with this row here, why they're not giving up. This is good. I was getting this to see if the isolation card came out. They're all work, no play. Stop it. The force of love. This is a reunion card. The force of love. The force of love. The force of reunion is unstoppable. Soulmate. They're seeing you as their soulmate. I'm drawn to you in every way that I've never experienced before. Our love is so deep and complex. Butterflies. Stirring up that emotion in, and this middle row would be you, the time here. So it's kind of that energy wanting to make some form of grand gesture. This person really believes to come forward, they need to have like their ducks in a row, a game plan, which is sad because they would feel that that's the only way that might stop you to really pay attention to them. Maybe you know this person can be a little bit materialistic at times. Dancing in love. So you guys would have had memories with dancing. You got the psychic card here. You clearly are. What's your part? I'm surrendering of our soul and allowing us to dance in love. Your intuition scares me. How much do you really know? There it is. That's the card I wanted. They are in isolation, this hermit. So that's good. They're truly figuring themselves out. One more. And this apology will come. This is a big thing for them. It might not be for you, but they, in their soul, they believe, again, they need to have their shit together. I'd never take you for granted again. I've learnt my lesson and I'm so sorry. Proposal. Wouldn't surprise me with that. What they're saving and stuff. That's not bad. Okay. I find a lot of you divines when you come in, it's very quick. I say it all the time, you elope, you get married very quickly. Kind of just pick up where you left off. Okay. I want to get their universal cards, their animal cards, and then we'll get what angel is over them. Oh, temperance. So they are balanced. That's good. It could be someone, because that's who's spying on you. You got the exact same card. What's your part? It could be connected to them as well. But that could be you they're thinking of. Oh my God. So you got things are developing. They got things around. They do have major opportunities. They're celebrating their life. They're becoming brave and bold. They're growing. Their transformation, they're expanding, they're positive, they're building strength. This first card is 14 to 30, the swan. So you've got the soulmate, the twin flame. So this is activating in them. watch a whole reading. Soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection, blooming love, faith, divination, fluidity. I think you're their driving force right now to really get their shit together. Just how you guys, when you activate, they're your driving force to get your shit together, but then it becomes about you. So even though this is a lot of you, I still don't think this isn't a movement reading. There's other, watch the whole thing. Holy moly, they got the phoenix. So they really, you got the phoenix and the butterfly. A death, a rebirth, catalyst of their heart's awakening, rising up from the ashes. They're going through a total transformation, a complete renewal. Important numbers, 25th of the 6th, 29th of the 6th, or just individually 29, 6, 25. A. Okay, so underneath what's balancing, their yarn energy. So the complicated circumstances, strung along. And this is a big thing you need to focus on to clear this energy block. All tied up, unraveled problems, hassles, new perspective, carefree, focusing on themselves, isolating, taking care of themselves. New perspective is coming over them, and especially with the yarn energy towards you. So that's why you need to shift your yarn energy. Well, you didn't get yarn, but you got the anyway, you need to shift that. Soul contract. I think that rose. But there could have been a past person that maybe they did think of a soul connection. But this is a big thing of them, is how they're working on their perseverance, their dependability, their faith is changing. But it could be a friendship or a love ship that's attached to them as well. But I can't see how that would... I want one more for that. No, Hermit. I think this is what they're... I think that's you, and what they're learning, their perseverance, how to become dependable, truly loyal, that kind of energy. And justice. So you got Libra and Virgo energy here. And again, another timing, 1 to 2 weeks. This is 14 to 30 days. So there's a lot of stuff brewing in the next month for this person, just like you guys. Your brew is from 3 to 4 weeks, so you're aligning with the major opportunities and the release. But life lessons, learning to be walking through life, doing what's right, integrity. They want balance. There could have been legal things in this person's life, but this is underneath what's creating major opportunities. I think it's them breaking free from that purple curtain. Finally restoring harmony with this journey by removing the unwanted stuff, purging. They want a clean sweep. They know this is unavoidable now. They want a total makeover, restoring harmony, removing the old. 6th of the 11th, 11th of the 6th. They've had the epiphany. And even through this phoenix. So now they know. Aha moment, discovery, a breakthrough, reveal, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination. Perfect. That's good. 26 of the 6 or 26. Oh my God, harvest season for them, to you both. So you're reflecting. The time has come. Culmination of their effort. So they really have been burnt. Completion, abundance, fulfillment, fruits of their labor. So they've been working their ass off. A harvest season approaches them as well. This is good. It's closed. All right, let's quickly get them an animal card. I do want to quickly, I want to see their intention towards you now, and what their intention's going to be in that 3 to 4 weeks, because that's when all your miracles are coming in. So I just want to see the chain. Anyway, let's get these first. Oh, they've been on the turtle's journey, gathering life experience, life lessons. that deviation about the external chaos that they have to face. And they got the vulture just like you. So them themselves, polarizing, impactful messages. They're learning their strength. They're learning their power. Small steps, big accomplishments. I want to read that turtle. This has been slow for them. They would feel so misunderstood right now. That's probably why they're in isolation. People wouldn't get their transformation with that vulture there. Remember I said polarizing. Oh, the mother dear, the gentleness. And this came out for a collective the other day. So many masculines are coming into their softness right now. They have truth, and this is why you have the snowflake energy. You have to handle gently. So they're finding a balance from maybe their forthright, very truthful kind of blunt approach. And you guys were shining as the Queen of Swords a little bit. So I think you both embody that. They're coming into their gentleness. It could be very family. And again, the fantasizing. Maybe they're really wanting to like really settle down and just... they're ready for their permanence in life. I'm pretty sure I just want to read this turtle. Ancient soul. They're grounding, they're trusting, at home in their self. It is wonderful to be, and with the vulture that was next, this is good. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle's personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and the water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to their deeper truths of life with the vulture and the lamb. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers. As they collect life experience under their shell for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all other books and begin to tell our own true tale. They're standing in their truth finally. When they're in balance, they're peaceful, they're adventurous, and they're so productive right now. But when they're out of balance, they slow down to a halt. So this masculine, part of their truth is their sensitivity, their gentleness, and maybe they're someone that always puts on a tough front. They don't like to show people their vulnerabilities, but they're standing in their truth. They're starting to be proud of their gentle soul. I feel you're connected to someone that has always kind of had shame for how sensitive. Maybe you've got memories they would, be quite emotional. They would cry a lot. Maybe you even pulled them up on it. Maybe you would always voice how sensitive they were. I think they've tried to, or they do wear a mask in their life that, especially like since you, just very 10 of wands, a lot of control over their feelings, where I think they're starting to really welcome that side of themselves again. Remember, there's blocked heart chakra, which means their walls are coming down. I want one more. It's like what they need to speak, they'll speak now, and they don't really care how people perceive. Oh, but there's still a little bit, makes sense with how much they're like saving money. This is a twin card I've allocated, but they are always wanting more. Just like you with that mouse, I always said things aren't, and it's like this person, nothing's ever enough. They need more. They're hard on themselves, just like you. But they'd be reflecting on decisions as well, and choices, and thinking the grass is always greener. Again, they're learning perseverance and determination and endurance, so they'd be reflecting on this, how they jump ship too quickly, because I think they're very tempted right now to give up, but they're pushing themselves. And the elephant, unstoppable. So they're letting their flame lead them. This elephant can get over any obstacle, just like our beautiful horse. So when they're wanting to give up, they don't now. They keep going. I think that's, here it is. Unstoppable, auspicious and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom, very wise soul with this lamb here and this vulture. As well as good fortune. It is, you would have memories of this person being quite profound, like things they would have said to you, they would have rubbed off on you, they would have impacted you. Their words, I'm just feeling this person could be very like wise beyond their years. Like, you know, when you meet someone and you're like, whoa, you're an old soul. Like, just the things that they say, I'm hearing that for a reason. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. So they're not giving up with this moth energy. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known as a creator of obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one pointed focus, that's them right now. And I said that, it's like they're so pinnacle focus. I think you're a driving force, but when they're like they're a fixator. Very generous, very loving, very caring, very gentle. But when out of balance, they misunderstand fate and they're going back and forth a little bit with their belief. With their 3 of Wands, with their 8 of Wands in reverse, will it come up right? They're trying to release that moon energy. So they're fighting this. They're coming in and out of this right now. But I feel this will be their thing that balances them. This is tempting them. Do I give up? Do I just do this? Do I do that? They're learning strength with that endurance, perseverance. Salem just rang a bell. Okay, just quickly, before we get what angels over them, I just want to see what their intention is towards you now and what it's going to be like in the month ahead, because there's a shift coming. Okay, so right now they're still fighting this absolute security is an illusion, Pisces energy, which we specified. So they still have a bit of an idealistic view on what thing, and this is why money's so important. That's their thing to heal right now. I had an idealistic view on what relationships should be like relationships in the movies, thinking that it should be X, Y, and Z. That's not life. All relationships have ups and downs. You challenged that perspective and made me question my whole value system. I didn't understand what you were trying to teach me then, but I do now. So they're already at the moment shifting this perception. 93 or 9th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 9th. Why am I literally seeing that as collective sitting on a moon? You could have a crescent moon tattoo on you, or like I'm seeing that as you sitting on the moon with the little book in your hand. Oh, that just split. Okay, right now. So that, and I said old soul. So you guys could actually have an age difference, or they're developing their emotional, which you can see. They really do have a profound way. Even if they are young, there's something, maybe when it comes to certain, there is a reason I specified about their wisdom and their profound, like they would have impacted you. They could be emotionally immature in other areas, but I actually feel the person connected to you is such a, I feel it's like they've got like this worldly kind of outlook on things. Like I know this is very kind of immature, boxed in, but I think in other areas they're, anyway. I know there is a huge age gap between us, but some may even object because of that. However, we are so similar in so many ways, regardless of our difference. They're definitely reflecting on something that's right now that has blocked you guys emotionally. And the biggest thing here is the lack of confidence. You watch from part 1. Remember that arrow is there. There's just a bit of hesitation because of the lack of confidence, which is self-sabotage. It's coming down to both of your self-sabotage right now. And they're juggling the two of, so that makes sense. Good, let them. So that's their huge focus, but they're doing it for a reason. I'm having a hard time processing what happened between us, trusting their intuition, the three of trusting in it, and juggling my personal responsibilities right now. I just need time and space to deal with everything. Truth. That really lines up with all of their cards. Okay. Let's see what their energy is going to shift like in the next 3 to 4 weeks, please. Because you both have big opportunities coming in at that time. Oh, so shifting from the denial of connection, really owning it. Oh my God, marriage. Okay, it's 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to get tarot for 3 to 4 weeks from now, but not for just right now. I realize there is something, and this is underneath the idealistic view between us, but I'm going to speak as a past tense, didn't have the time or the capacity to understand it. They didn't. That's why even right now they're reflecting on emotion and juggling and their view on everything, but everything was too much too soon, and I had other things I needed to deal with. But this was paired with the number 11, union and in sync. I want to commit to you, hold your hand in sickness and in health, walk into the sunset. This is a beautiful card. 11 and 34. But free will. So even in the next 3 to 4 weeks, that your person clearly doesn't like to feel caged or boxed in or told what to do. Remember, they're just starting to feel like they understand themselves. So they'd be highly triggered in situations that they feel misunderstood. So maybe even 3 to 4 weeks, it's not time just yet. One more for that. I want to be able to make my own decisions. Or maybe they're reflecting on feeling really caged at that time. Hold on. Whoa. So you don't just have a societal issue of emotion, but also distance. Even with this distance, I know we are never truly apart. We had an instant connection that can never be matched. I would travel the world to get close to you. I'm actually seeing that as physical distance, not just emotional distance for this collective. This, I feel, is your obstacle row. I want one more. The mask, why they've been wearing the mask. And you've got that, the mask. Sorry, I just had a notification. And you got the mask with them spying, feeling shame, burdens, baggage, feeling cursed. This is your obstacle row. I was wearing a mask by appearing serene and happy towards others, but when I'm alone I think about you and I realize I was my true authentic self. There is something here about, and you can see even right now they're a little bit materialistic and about what their impression is to the world around them. I think there's something that really starts to shift here because of certain decisions that they have made or been swayed by in the past that created distance and this mask and this denial of this connection. But they're still questioning the infatuation here. So they're still questioning the obsession. One more. So even in 3 to 4 weeks, it's not really the chaser. They could be. Hold on. No. They could be. That went right to my door here. No, they're still wordless. So they're still wordless here in 3 to 4 weeks. Deeper reflection, but still not time. One more. I was impulsive, irrational, and it's their deep reflection time. And then, yes, I push this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our life. I think the next 3 to 4 weeks, just be on top of you're going to get a huge surge of this emotion again. It makes sense with your review period. What's your part? I think, can I be honest? I think right now they have more belief, but it's their priority. Their priority right now is finances. I actually feel in the next 3 to 4 weeks, they're actually really going to be hard on themselves here, which is probably the ignition that will eventually... I want one more. I want one more. They're reflecting on everything, the opinions, everything. I was an idiot. I spoke about our connection. This is going to be their ignition. I feel you might be my December collective. I didn't respect the sanctity of it. Look at the things they're going over, how they denied this, maybe what could have been and what they want, how they listened to everyone else, how they put the distance in, how they were wearing a mask, how they were irrational, how maybe they always approached you very sexually, how they didn't put enough effort in. Maybe they're reflecting on their wordlessness and never speaking this stuff. I think this is like deep regret period. How they ghosted you. This is, can I tell you something? Inner turmoil. Next 3 to 4 weeks, I don't think you're hearing from them just yet. I think that's when it all hits them like a bloody steamroller. So there could be, because that cycles at the bottom, maybe there's a memory that surfaces. So go 3 to 4 weeks from now, maybe it's a time period you guys were really happy, or there was a celebration, or it's like something triggers all that emotion in them. But I will get tarot to confirm. I do think with that I can't see them coming in with that much emotion, but they could. Let's get tarot. All right, next 3 to 4 weeks. What's going on here? Let's see. Their action in the next 3 to 4 weeks, if there is any. Holy moly, you've got the Emperor here. That's... They could come in and show you loyalty and hard work, persistence. This says solid offer, this card. It could be, if it's being led with Emperor, maybe they do, maybe it is that. I said for you guys, your major opportunity comes first as well. There's something about your abundance that comes first. Wouldn't surprise me if it's this person that gets a big like financial abundant win that pushes them forward with confidence. I'm just shocked with those because I wasn't... Hold on. They really could come in and really lead the way with self-confidence. Queen of Wands with that Emperor. You've got 2 cards here of really leading the way as well. Leader. Confident. We're asking about their action if there is action. I'm not asking what's around you in the next 3. There could be a fire. They could be a fire sign, but there could be a fire sign attached to this arrival, like externally, because you do have something coming forward with a snake. But I more think that's them coming in with confidence. Just to confirm what I just said about the big win for them, I think they come through in a place of confidence and feeling proud of themselves. Oh my God, you got Lovers. So they do want harmony, commitment. But they're on a crossroads, but they want to harmonize this relationship. You really could. Oh my God, you got it. You got the Twin Flame Union card. In this deck, there's a Twin Flame Union card. You could. Twin Flame Reunion, Divine Union. They're going to submit to the control of all of this. Complete. Emperor, Twin Flame Union, Lovers with loyalty, hard work. Really leading the way. Okay. Sun at the bottom. They could illuminate things. Last one. Tower, it's going to come in swift, and that was a big thing for you unexpectedly. I think this is, you've had your destruction, but I think the way it comes in is unexpected. Even though it's 3 to 4 weeks, this could push a little bit further along, or maybe even a little bit. I don't think it's going to come in on a day you really don't expect it. 10 of Cups. One more for this. Magician. Trust. This will be guided back exactly the right time. Strengthen your mind, your thought pattern right now. This collective. This card here, this Tower, says rebuild through unforeseen events and the damage, but this will alchemize. Wanting to fix this problem, the problem solver, magical energy. Magic is in the air, is what I just heard. Just future planning. I'm shocked by that. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. I want to get, hold on, I just want to get one more deck to confirm. All right, let's just get these to confirm. Wow. Calling in your soulmate, calling in your divine. You guys could plan a little trip here. Spiritual factors, religious factors, cultural differences. I feel like I feel you guys are coming into alignment here, but that could really, true love. I'm hearing that song, true love shouldn't be this complicated. You know that song? Thought I'd die in your arms. Well, who sings it? Extension or whatever his name is? I don't know. That's the song I just heard in my mind. Healing family issues. So traumas could resurface here, but romantic feelings. It's funny that I said religious factors, spiritual differences, and then when that true love song that came out, I heard that song, because it literally, there's a line, I think Kanye's in it. Kanye West is in it as well. Just type in true love x whatever his name is and Kanye. But it's about love shouldn't be this complicated. So I feel it's more, there still could be some things. Hold on, I want one more there. Oh no, heart-to-heart conversation, so you'll soothe it. I'm just really taken back by those tarot cards, because unless it's the overwhelm of emotion that drives them to come forward and have this heart, like they finally are like, I just need to rip them. Because you got the reckoning, the ripping off the Band-Aid. I forgot that card that came out for you. So that could be their outlook. I just need to rip this Band-Aid. But heart-to-heart conversation over the spiritual religion, whatever differences, societal, but there will be a heart, and that makes sense with the romantic feelings will stir up again. Oh my God, it was all worth waiting for. And you got soulmate underneath this, but there is something you need, and you need to release past versions of each other as well. It was worth the wait to see the change in one another. All right, last one. Calling in your soulmate. Getting to know each other again. So again, releasing old versions, heart-to-heart conversation. This is good. This is good. I don't mind this. All right. That actually ended up being really nice. That last part took a turn. Wasn't expecting that. The labradorite, you could have just bought a labradorite heart, good dreaming crystal that. I have Ra, I have Horus. Ancient Egypt, good luck, protection, your perseverance worth waiting for. It's going to pay off. JOMPC. Sailing off into this and trip. You guys really could plan a trip. Bali, Thailand, Indonesia. Well, I'm actually hearing India as well. Your heart is protected. The black art is protected. Clear and purge the removing unwanted stuff to restore harmony. Divine intervention. The cosmic trigger, cosmic timing is at play here. And then Hamzahan, protection. All right, let's get some dice. Oh, that went on 15, your shadow. Just clear out your veil right now, because you as a collective right now, there's a real, just watch your parts. Okay, 14, 14. 13, 14, but 14, 14, 14, 19, 19. So a lot of synchronized numbers. 13 by itself, surrendered to the divine, and the black, safe travel with your clear and purge and starting anew. And then 1 by itself, but it could be 19th of the 1st, 14th of the 1st, or 13th of the 1st. 131, 191, 141. All right, we've got 13th of the 1st again. 131's important. 13th of the 3rd, 13th of the 12th, 17th of the 12th, 17th of the 4th, or 17th of the 3rd could be important as well. All right, my angels, I love you guys. And have a good day.